Yay!
Hey everyone, me and Lance are back. I'm still teaching him how to play bold action. This is our game number 2.
He wants
now
revenge.
I want revenge because I lost the first one. Go and watch that video. I don't think, maybe link will be in description. Anywho, so today we're introducing objectives and we're introducing transports to our game knowledge. Building the game up bit by bit. Let me show you the armies and we'll set up the game. So this is our game board. You may recognize it from last time. We have a castle in the background, which we're not going to use. We're going to limit our playing area to between the hill and the castle.
So,
okay? So this bit here, more or less.
Right, like.
Yeah. You don't need to, just as long as we know we're here. Right. Next thing that we need to talk about is we have the 2 armies. So Lance is playing my British army. He's got a Stuart with a pindle-mounted machine gun. He's got the hole-mounted, so it's a darker Stuart. He's got all the machine guns. He's also got a half-track with a single machine gun on top of it. And he's got a light anti-tank gun. He's got an officer who is inexperienced but has an SMG. He's got 7 regulars with rifles. He's got 5 veterans with SMGs. They might go in that transport, I think. And that's the army, 6 units. Now my army is down here. I hope you can see it. So we have an MMG team, regular. We have an AT rifle, regular. I have an inexperienced officer with a pistol. I have this rickety 7+ tanky thing. I've got 7 regulars with rifles. One of them has got an LMG. And I've got 5 regulars over here. And that is my army. So, now, these things. Poker chips. Easy to spot on the table. Easy to see that they're not terrain. Now, the game we're going to play now, Lance, isn't about killing each other. It's about having your guys on these points on the map at the end of the game.
At the end of the game, okay.
If you have some of your infantrymen, so the tanks and vehicles don't really count, but if you have some of your infantrymen on these at the end of the game, you score a point. There are 4 of them, so 4 points. That's how you win this game. Right. We start by marking out our deployment zones.
I'm doing that already.
Again, we're doing the simple game, simplest as possible here. Just introducing new concepts.
12 inches, right?
A little bit. 12 inches. Exactly. See, he already remembers quite a lot of this game. Right. And you may notice we've switched sides. Last time I was on that side. It was clearly unlucky, right? So we'll move our armies a little bit to the sides because they're not going to deploy yet. First, we're going to roll off, as it's called. We're going to roll a dice each. Right. Have you got your army to the side? Order dice. Turn dice. Turn 1. I am going to roll. Right. Have you got a dice? Oh, there's one guy here. Rifleman. Here we go. I roll a 6, Lance rolls a 3. So I get to place the first of the objectives. We each get to place 2 of them. And we have to set them up somewhere in the middle of the board outside of our deployment zones.
Which...
Right.
And
let's say that they need to be more than 6 inches away just so that we have to push up a little bit, right? I think I want one of them to be in the ruin here. Right down here. I'll place it so that you can actually see it. Oh, and so that people at home can see it as well. Like that. In the ruin.
Okay.
Where do you want to put down one? Behind the house. Right. Now, objectives need to be more than 6 inches away from each other. So, I am going to place the next one, I think, here. No, it's too close. Over in these bushes behind the house here.
I'm gonna.
and I am more than 12 inches away. Right, you go and place one. Needs to be 6 inches outside of your own zone, so it needs to be 18 inches. Something like that. No, 12 plus 6. Yeah, 18. So it needs to be up here somewhere. Yeah, do that. Right, so those are the 4 points that we need to go to. Now we need the bag. Where did we put the bag?
The bag.
The big ordered ice bag.
The bag.
We had it last time.
Big bag.
Is it on your side?
Nope.
Somewhere? No? Nope, can't see it.
Oh, right there.
Ah, right there. We've just gone blind. And then we need 1 order dice per unit. So you're going to be the silver dice, and I will be the colored. Right. Here we go.
Wait, am I the same dice that I was last time?
Yeah, you are.
Alright, yeah.
Have you marked out your deployment zone, 12 inches?
I did, but it kind of went away.
It went away. That often happens. Like, even very experienced tournament players will sometimes, mark out stuff and then remove it because of, not thinking. Right, here we go. So, I'm pulling the first dice, and it is you. Lance gets to set down something, and he sets down his anti-tank gun first. Yeah, where does it want to go? He sets down between the houses so that he can see in between the barn and these burned out ruins here down towards the objectives here. Cutting off the battlefield into 2 different zones. I like it. It's what you often do with direct fire weapons like that one. Now it's me. I do not want to have my MMG guys in a place where Lance can shoot them. So what they'll do is they'll climb up on this hill.
You can put people. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can. But
they
the
can't
hill,
shoot.
the terrain will slow them down, so they can only walk. They can't run.
And they can't really shoot from there.
Yeah, they can't see anything right now, but maybe later. Me. I will take my small unit of 5 guys. They're going to stand behind this ruined garage and wait. Hopefully pushing a little bit forward and getting some of those objectives. Now, Lance, you go. The big unit of 7 regular dudes. Where are they going to go? Okay. Yeah. They're going to try and capture that objective behind the house, I think. Right. I'm pulling another dice, and it's you again. Now, notice when I put down a unit, I put my dice right next to him so that I'm very much in control of what I've already done, what I have moved, what I have deployed, and what I haven't. Less? Right. Here comes his armoured truck, half-tracked truck. It's a 7+ armour, but it's only got an HMG on top, so it's not massively dangerous, although a little bit. And somebody may deploy inside that truck. I know Lance has 5 veterans with SMGs who would love to be inside a truck. Now, because it has a track, it can actually go into terrain. It can't go into houses, but it can go into like ruined buildings or hills or whatever. It can't go into the house though.
Okay.
But you deploy behind the house so that you're in cover. Very clever that. Right, me. I will take my officer and put him down here behind the house and everything. And me again. Ooh, that will be another large unit of infantry. They'll deploy behind this hill. And you. Now we have 2 each left in the bag. 2 of Lance's, 2 of mine. I have got my anti-tank rifle and my tank. Lance, are you going to deploy your SMG armed veterans inside the truck? Right. I think one guy snuck into the unit because I think you...
Oh,
yeah, this
that.
one has a rifle. He needs to go with that unit. Right. They need to be a little bit separated so they don't actually step on each other's foot. Like that. Right. So what we often do is we take one and just put it on the trunk, and then the rest can go here. We will remember that they are inside it because of that one guy.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Next, you again. Now, is it time for a tank or is it time for an officer? Officer. There is actually room for him inside the truck if you want to, or he can just go on foot somewhere. Remember, he has that like bubble where he boosts morale of people around him.
Put him in there.
You put him inside the truck. Right. Put him next to the guy who's already there.
Gun fell inside the truck.
Right. Here we go. Me. Huh. Right. I will put down my anti-tank rifle. Yeah. The anti-tank rifle will join the infantry here. And Lance. Here we go. Now he's deploying the tank. We shall see what happens.
I have 3.
Yes, because you forgot to put your dice next to your dudes in the truck.
No, I have 2.
You have 2 dudes in your truck.
I know, I have 2 things.
Yeah, but you've got 2 dudes and the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
3. Is that where you put your tank?
Nope, it's not deployed yet.
Oh, come on.
Mine was the final one out of the bag, so my tank is the final thing that gets to deploy. Lance puts it all the way on the flank. I hope you can see that. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. A little bit out of the picture, but we know it's there. Right over there. Right, we'll see it in a minute. Right, I am not going to counter that. I'm definitely not going to take that duel again. It was a dumb thing to do. So, I'm going to put my tank
It's like everything over there.
way over on this flank. Yeah, everything over here. Right, that is it. We go to turn 1. We remove the deployment zone markers. We've got 6 turns to get our guys onto those objectives. The general has ordered it, and we have to follow. We have to follow orders. Right, here we go. So, first thing I do is give an order dice to Lance. So what do you want to go first with?
Gonna shoot those guys.
Right.
I can see them.
You can see a couple of them, yeah.
I can
True.
see 4 of them.
These?
Actually,
Nah. Because the ruin goes to here. So if you want to see more of them, you need to move. Otherwise, you're definitely giving me hard cover, which is a 4+ save.
Oh,
2+
well then-
if I go down.
I'm gonna go these guys
Right?
up there.
They're going to
So,
run or advance.
Advance.
Do you think you got enough movement
Well-
to get there?
Wait, how far do you go for advance?
Advance is a 6-inch move. So approximately this much.
Yep.
Okay, go. Now normally you have to declare your action first before you measure, so you can actually be mistaken, so they might not get to where they need to go, which sucks when that happens. But they got to where they needed to go. They're on the objective. Lance clearly has read the manual for get them early, because he's already on it. Me. I will respond. This MMG team will also advance, going down into this.
Is that run or advance?
That's an advance order because they can't run when they're in terrain. So they're going to go down here, advancing down here towards the objective. Then it's you again.
I'm gonna shoot at those guys in the bushes because I can see.
With what? But they just went.
Oh yeah.
Ah, that sucks. Yep. Yep. I know. It's bad. Right.
I'm gonna. How far does run go?
12 inches if you're on foot. But it really does depend on what you want to do now. So you've got a couple of options, okay?
I'm not
You've got
measuring
an
anything
anti-tank gun here, which, you know, it can move 6 inches, or it can go on ambush. Or you can move your truck, which will go 9 inches or 18 inches if you run. If you only go 9 inches, the guys inside can actually get out and move from the truck.
Stressing. I'm gonna move 9 inches.
The truck?
Yeah, the truck up to. Wait. Advance.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
here.
it's a little back. Yeah. 9 inches. Measure from the front. Yeah, you can go at least to here if you want to. There?
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Can't really see anything and shoot it yet, but you know, it's moved up. Next, you go again. Does the guys inside want to get out, or do they want to stay inside?
They can stay inside.
Right.
What do
So you
I
can start
have?
to, you can actually, like, now you want to waste time so that I do something that you can punish me for. So what you can do is say, my officer inside, he will go down, because he's not going to do anything else, right?
I might as well.
Yeah. If you already know that he's going to stay inside. Oh, you go again. Or you could go on ambush with your anti-tank rifle, anti-tank gun.
I'm gonna do ambush.
Right.
If you find
Me.
ambush,
Right. I'm going to run this tank.
that means it can't shoot though.
That means it can't shoot, but it can get pretty far. Drives all the way up here.
Alright.
Getting ready to threaten your back lines. Me again. And the infantry behind it will run behind. Because now they can get cover saves from the tank. Which is brilliant. Love that. Run! Okay. Now. Me again. My AT rifle, my anti-tank rifle, will advance towards the garage.
Towards it or behind it?
So here,
Well,
straight towards it. They can't get into it because too far to go. And then these guys will also advance towards the garage.
They probably could actually make it in, but I guess not.
Maybe could, but I don't wanna. I wanna stay behind it where you can't see me. And then it's you. What? Tank?
Yeah, I'm gonna move a tank. How far can a tank do if it's run?
If it runs, it can do 18. But it can only do one 90-degree turn. So if you're thinking about going that way, you can do like one 90-degree turn, which is that, which will bring you straight into the house. Okay?
Yeah, I wanna do that.
Okay.
That run?
That's a run. No, you point it this way, so you can only move to here.
Mm.
Right. And that sucks, but that means you have to think about where you point your tanks.
Well, you pointed it.
No, you pointed. You put it down. I only turned it 90 degrees. Me. What do I have left? Oh, my officer. Right. My officer, he will... he'll also advance this way. Up behind the house, into this hill. Everything for me is on that hill. Here you go. Your final one, and I think it's the veterans.
Yep, it's the veterans.
Right.
I think I'm just gonna go
They can get out, or they can go down, or...
down.
Right.
Wait, is this the last turn of this round, right?
That's the last dice of this round.
Yeah,
right?
down.
Next turn. Turn 2. We're going quickly now. Here we go. Oop. Lost 2. Alright, here we go. And me first. Now, time to do stuff. Nasty stuff to those guys. I will advance straight towards them.
Oh, come on. You're right there.
And from that point, I will shoot my machine gun. And I will shoot HE at those guys. Now, I'm going to hit you on a 3 because I'm at point blank range.
3 plus?
3 plus. Which is bad. And I'm going to hit multiple guys because I'm shooting HE, which is a blast template. So it's a 2-inch template. So I'm going to hit at least 4 of these dudes.
If you make it.
If I make the 3 plus. You can go down. It won't give you any better cover saves, but it will mean that I only hit half of the guys that I hit.
Yeah, I'm going to go down.
You're going to go down? I would have done the same. It's a very sensible thing to do. Here you go. I'm rolling for a 3. And I roll a 1! No! Right. Then it's the machine gun. Here we go. 1 hit. That's 3 1s in my first shooting. Oh my god, is that not good. So they get hit once. One of them is potentially wounded. And since we're at point blank range, there is no cover saves for them. So one of them dies. 1 guy's removed. And they take a pin. That could have been a lot better for me. That wasn't great at all. It was like very poor shooting. Right, your turn.
What can I do with this?
Right now, not much. Because what you really want is to shoot my tank.
So
but your own dudes are in the way, and as is the house, right?
Can I turn?
You could move it if you want to. Like the crew could push it 6 inches.
Yeah.
To a new location.
But does that mean they could shoot or no?
So that means they can't shoot.
Oh.
So that sucks.
I'm gonna advance the tank.
Okay.
And how far can it shoot?
Remember that your own guys are right now in the way. No matter what happens, you're not going to be able to shoot my tank. Because you can't get far enough. Like you're going to need to get all the way over here in order to shoot my tank. Yeah. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Well, can't I turn it?
You can turn it a couple of times.
I want to turn it.
Where do you want to go? Like that? Don't move it. Always declare your actions first. So you want to go that way, right? That's not a problem. You can easily do that. You have 2 turns. You've got 9 inches if you advance. So you call in advance.
Advance, yeah.
You do the first turn, and then you move. You can move 9 inches.
Yeah.
And then you can turn again.
But I can't shoot.
Well, you could, but there's nothing to shoot at.
I mean, I can see the front part.
Yeah, but
that's
safety distance to your own guys.
I know.
So, no shooting. Important lesson here, folks. Safety distance. It's a thing. Also in real life, by the way. You shouldn't shoot at your own dudes. Here you go. You go again.
Oh god, this is so
You're gonna break the tape measure, Lance. If you continue to play with it. Yeah.
I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push that.
Okay, where are you gonna push it?
6 inches. I'm gonna just turn it.
Okay, you can do that. They'll pick it up and turn it that way. Is that what you want?
Yeah, right there.
Right. Okay. So that again is an advanced move. Here we go. Again, they can't shoot anything because their own guys are in the way. Me. Right, the MMG team will move up, taking cover behind this fallen log on the objective. Me again, the officer. The officer will also move up over here. And me again. All of these guys will do a run order where they run up here and then run behind the tank and then run towards the house, so like that. All my riflemen here. Right, here we go. You. Now, we're down to you having the truck with an HMG with a heavy machine gun. And your 5 veterans and your officer inside. Now you can make them all go in one move if you want to, which is pretty neat. So what you could do is you could say, I'm going to snap to. The officer says, follow me! And then he says, first truck, drive up. Then dudes inside, get out. And then shoot those guys.
I'll do that.
That sounds awesome, right? So
what is that?
That is a snap to order. So the officer gets an order and you have to say which order it is that you're giving each of the units. So the officer could get an advance order or a down order or whatever you want to.
The officer, I don't know.
I would give him an advance order.
Advance, I guess.
Right, advance because there's 2 units down there.
Advance and then...
So advance for the officer, advance for the veterans, and advance for the vehicle so that you actually can get out of it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So how far would it go?
The full move is you move up 2 inches first. 1, 2, because then you can turn. Now you have 7 inches left of your move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Okay, so that was the truck. From this position you can't really see anything, so it can't shoot. But from this position, your guys can get out and they can step into the ruin. And once they're in the ruin, they can see out of the ruin. So what we do is we measure from the tank. You can get 6 inches. That's all the way to here. You can be to there. Nope, that's too far. Yep. Yep, too far. That was the furthest you can move. You have to be behind this guy. You have to be behind that guy. 6 inches is the furthest you can move with an advance move. But that means you're on the objective and you can now see my 5 guys who are behind it. No, don't.
No, don't move it.
Yeah.
Alright.
You can shoot me if you want to.
I do.
Yeah. And it does not matter if I go down because you're at point blank range. No matter what I do, I'm not going to get a better cover safe for going down, which sucks. So you've got 10 shots, 5 submachine guns. So 10 dice, and you're hitting because you're at point blank on 2 or better.
2 or better?
Yeah. So this is bad for me, right? Lance rolls 2 1s, and the rest of them are
so
hits.
8 hits.
So 8 hits. My guys are regulars, which means that they'll die on 4 or better.
4 or better. Okay.
Right, go for it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead. That's all of them.
Oh.
But I do have hard cover save for you shooting through the ruin. But let's see how much that will help. It helps quite a lot.
But didn't you say there's no cover save because it's at point blank?
There's no bonus for going down, so it doesn't matter if I wanted to go down. I still get my cover save, but I'm not going to get any bonus for going down. It is a little confusing, I know. But one of them dies because I roll really well. I get 4 covers. So, and I get a pin. And then your officer can go too.
Yeah, right here.
So he can actually also walk over here if he wants to. Staying 1 inch away from the other unit. Because we have to.
And can he shoot? Or no?
And then he can shoot.
Yeah.
Same deal.
How many
Though
shots?
he is inexperienced, which means that he shoots. He's got 2 dice because he's also got a submachine gun, but he only hits on 3s because he's a little bit not as good of a shot. But that's 2 hits. Right. Okay. 4+ to wound me. 4 or better. That's 1. I will do a cover save. 4+ makes it, but I take another pin. My guys are pinned down. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. Me. Okay, the anti-tank rifle. Now it's the turn of the anti-tank rifle. It moves over here, and then it will shoot your truck to the face, hoping to kill
But doesn't that mean I could also shoot that? I could.
Yeah, next turn you can shoot me back. But right now you have already moved.
I'm gonna shoot you back.
But I'll start by shooting. I need a 5 because I've moved, so it's 1 worse.
5 or better.
Ooh, that's a 5.
Now you actually need to hit me.
The anti-tank rifle. I need a 6 in order to do any damage, I think.
Even though it's 7.
Oh, that's a 5.
It's 7+
Yeah.
armor though.
Yeah, it's 7+ armor, and I've got +1 for the anti-tank rifle. So you get a pin. That's it. Okay. Well, could be better, could be worse. And then my unit here that has 2 pins, I'm gonna have to try and do something with them. No, they fail, and that means that they go down instead of what I wanted them to do, which was to charge at your officer and kill him. But they're not going to do that. They're going to stay down. Oh, it's dangerous! Oh. Right, that was turn 2. We're going into turn 3, picking up dice.
But
at this point,
even though this, I could have shot that, but I guess I didn't.
no, you couldn't, because you've moved before I did. So it's really important to get the right order of things, to do things in the right order. Right, here we go. Oh, your tank moved.
Right here?
Somewhere.
Somewhere like that. Yeah.
Right, we're going into turn 3. Now, if you get the first order dice, you can again do a snap 2 here and get all of these going in one go. Which, would not be bad at this point, I think. But I get the first one.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to do something here. Okay, so I will advance this one up here and take a shot at point blank range, because that means I get +2. So instead of a 5, I'm on a 3+.
It's 7+.
No, I hit it with a 6. Now, because I'm in point blank range, I also get +1 extra penetration. So instead of a 6, I need a 5 or a 6 now to do something. And that's a 6.
Oh.
That's a 6, people. So the damage is a 4. The truck dies. The truck blows up, and the driver will just bail out and say, "No, I don't want to die," and run away. So often we'll just put it on its side to show that it's dead. Nice, that was good.
What? Oh my god.
It doesn't count as anything, but it's nice to take a few order dice from your opponent. Me again. Ooh, these guys! Come on! Forward! On an 8, they've got 2 pins. They're regulars. They will go down. They needed a 7. Again, not doing what they're supposed to. Which, is going to get you killed in this situation, because now it's Lance.
No,
Are you going to double up on those?
Bada.
Yeah, I would too. So the officer will say snap 2. What order will he get? A fire order or an advance order? One of them.
Fire, I guess.
Fire? Right.
And
the veterans?
advance.
You know what they could do? Yeah, they could move all the way up here and shoot me with no cover at all.
That's what I was gonna do, yeah.
Yeah, so they get an advance. And they absolutely have way more than they need to go up here. Just stick their submachine guns through the wall and shoot me right in my stupid face as I'm cowering behind it.
Alright, so I gotta roll. That's
So,
10 shots.
That's 10 shots, hitting on 2s.
Well, depends. Am I also firing with him or no?
You're also shooting with him, but
So that's-
not at the same time.
Alright.
He needs to shoot separately. Right. Ooh.
What is it hitting on what?
2s. Everything hits. That's 10 hits. Ouch. Now it's 4 pluses. 4 plus to damage me.
Wait, let me.
Ooh, that was a lot better for me. That's 1, 2,
3.
3 guys
Dead.
dead. Ouch.
How many
Ouch,
do you have
ouch,
left?
ouch.
How many do you have left now?
1.
One
Now,
guy.
now has 3 pins, and he needs to take a test with -3 to his 9, so I need a 6 in order to not run away, and I roll a 6. He stays, but he is not in a good way. He's being shot at,
Wait,
he's
officer?
lying down, and
Officer? Is it? Can I do the officer?
yeah, then you've got your officer. But you gave him a fire order right now, right? So he can shoot at those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are at 12-inch range, which is they're actually at like 8. So you're good. You're within range of your SMG. So you're shooting on 3 pluses.
Okay.
No, sorry, 4s. Because
I got both. 4.
no, wait a minute. You're shooting at regular range. So because you're inexperienced, you need a 5 because you start on a 4. So you need a 5.
5?
Roll 2 dice. Go.
1.
He gets 1 6. Right. And then these guys are regulars, so you need 4 plus. Yep, that's 1. And because you're within 1 inch there, so you're shooting me without cover, so one guy just automatically takes it because he didn't have any cover. And the other guy needs to do an order test, and he makes it. Sorry, not an order test, a morale test, because he's being shot at. Right, okay, my flank just collapsed completely here from Lance's attack. That was a good attack though. You lost your truck, but, I mean, the veterans took their objective. What are they going to do?
Fire. At the tanky thing.
They can't hurt it.
They can't?
No, their rifles can't hurt it.
I
mean, you could try and charge the tank. Not sure that would work either. That's always not maybe like...
Wait, how far could it advance?
What?
The
They can advance 6 inches or run 12.
I'm gonna advance. And,
Where to?
And then I can attack, right?
Then you can shoot. Right. You can go around the corner. Right. You have 1 pin though, so you need to take an order test first.
And there's a 1 dice?
That's 2 dice, and they are regulars, so you're at 9, but -1 because of the pin, so that brings you to an 8. You need an 8 or lower. Go. He rolls a 4. He makes it. The pin goes away. And the guys will walk around the corner and try and shoot my guys in the face.
Yep.
Yep.
With 0 range.
With very little range. Remember,
so, like, they have
that is the furthest you can go. You can't push further. Oh!
They have 0.
And you have to stay 1 inch away from my tank. So you're going to have to stay over there.
Big meanie.
Yep.
I'll stay away from the tank.
Right. So you have 6 guys.
So is that 6 shots?
6 shots. Now you've walked, which is -1, but you're at point blank range, which is +2.
Oh.
So you're on a 3 plus to hit.
Right.
And I'm not going down because it won't. Ooh, that is bad. That is only 3 hits. Now, on regular, you need 4 pluses to kill them. None of them do. That was a 2, a 2, and a 3. So my guys get a pin, which is really bad for Lance, because now they will retaliate. Not immediately, though, because I pulled another of Lance's dice. Here we go. What do you want to do?
I want to advance to tank.
Right. Okay. Again, so you're going to try and push over, but it's not. You're not going to get a shot.
Why?
Because you need to go all the way over here in order to get it. So you need to end up all the way over here because
Like
you have that
here?
safety distance to your own dudes. And what happens when you go all the way here is I get the first shot because I don't need safety distance for you guys. What you could though do is you could do a run order where you do this up here, hide behind the house, and then next turn drive around this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So run.
Right. So a run order is you can go 18 inches in total.
Oh, 18 inches.
I would go 4 and then turn, and then you can go 16 inches, which would bring you like all the way up to the house, right?
Okay.
You can end up here. Nope, no turny. 1 turn, that's all you get.
And then
That's a good run, though. Okay, right. Lance here is discovering that fielding tanks can be a little tricky. It needs planning and stuff. Right, now I'm gonna go with this. You know what? I'm also going to do a snap 2.
Snap chew.
Right. I'm going to do my officer, obviously. I'm going to do this unit of infantry, which will get a fire order. The officer will get an advance order, I think. Yeah. And the tank will get an advance order. Okay, here we go. So, first thing I do is I start with the infantry. They've got 1 pin, so -1, but the officer's right next to him, so +2, so they're at, instead of a 9, they're at 10. And I roll a 7, so they're good. Now, I will shoot you guys back. We are at point blank range. I have not moved. I'm hitting on 2s. I've got an LMG, and then I have 5 riflemen. So this is going to be bad for those poor guys, I hope. Here we go. 2 misses. Now I need 4 or better to wound you, because you're also regular. 1, 2, 3, only 3 wounds, no! But there is no cover save, so 3 of your guys take it and die. Now, that is half the unit, which means that they are going to have to take a morale test. 2 dice. You got 1 pin for having been shot at me, been shot by me just now, and that means that you need to roll less than an 8. And he rolls a 10, people. Oh, that sucks. These guys run away.
All of them?
All of them. The cowards run away. Lance has just lost a 2nd unit. And now, here comes the kicker, because now my tank will advance.
It can't shoot my tank.
No, but it can shoot your gun, which I will. I will use the coaxial machine gun on my turret, and I will use the front-facing machine gun as well. So, 6 shots, needing 5s to hit on your anti-tank.
And I have cover
gun.
save.
You have a little cover save, right? Ooh, 4 hits. You're regular, so I need 4s to wound. 2 wounds, so 2 of your guys
Cover
will
save?
be saved on 5 pluses.
5 pluses with 2 dice?
Yes.
1.
One of them makes it, so you only lose 1 loader. That was good. That means you don't have to take a test in order to run away. You're just standing there. And then finally, my officer will, he will advance up here. That was a move. Right. That was a good one. Now, me again. This thingy-bob goes on ambush. Because it can't really shoot anything right now. Oh, well, it could have shot your officer maybe, but, I'll go on ambush. Here you go. That is your anti-tank gun.
Fire. So
Yes.
one shot.
But before that, you have one pin, so you need to take a test. Again, you need to roll 2 dice below 8. 8 or below. That's a 10. They go down instead. They don't want to shoot. They want to stay safe. And that was turn 3. We're going into turn 4. Right now, it is still a draw, I think. I have one of the objectives. Lance has one. But I'm pretty close to getting the second one. Though we don't know who gets that one yet. So, and Lance is down 2 dice.
You're about to be down 2 dice. You both have one
You think
guy.
so? Yeah, I think
Got one guy left.
I think you're right. Let's see. Turn 4. Here we go. Me first. This one guy tries to run because he tries to get away from that. Ooh, he makes it. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, Lance, is I'm going to run all the way over here. Hide behind the house. Run!
Why are you hiding all the way behind those two?
Because I'm going to try and stay alive so I can take the objective. Me.
So, I'm not getting.
You know what? I will... I'll advance the tank. Because now I'm behind Lance, and what you're feeling now is like I have more dice in the bag, which means that I get to do stuff more often, which means that you're a little behind all the time. So what I'm doing is I'm moving up here.
Why can't I turn my tank around? This is stupid.
Because tanks only go straight. Right.
Well, then that would be.
I'll shoot you, obviously, right?
Yeah.
On a 3+ because I've moved, but you're point blank, and then I'll shoot you guys with the gun as well, obviously, because I want to win. Here we go. My first shot at your tank. No! Oh, people, look at that. That is a 1. I'm straight in the back of his tank, and he's right there. And nope. Then I'm shooting my machine guns at your anti-tank gun, because I'm at point blank. It doesn't matter if you go down, so I'm just going to shoot you. That is 2 hits. You are regular, needing 4s. Nah, you get a pin. Well, that pin might save me. Right. You're fidgeting. Here we go. Take something and sit down instead. Right.
It's my turn.
Right. No, it's not your turn. Ha! Because we draw dice.
Whose turn is it?
We don't know yet.
It's probably gonna be mine. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot your tank.
What are you going to
Actually,
shoot?
my tank's gonna shoot your tank.
Okay. Yeah, because right now we're at point blank, and if you don't move, that means you're hitting me on 2.
I mean, that's why.
You're just turning the turret around, shooting back. Yeah. Right. Boom. Okay. Roll that dice.
1.
Hit on a 2. That's a hit. That's a 6. He hits. Now, do you penetrate the armor? My armor in the front is 7, so my armor in the side is weaker, so that means I'm at a 6. And you're on a +4, but we're in point blank range, which means you get +1, so you're at a +5.
To hit?
So don't roll a 1. Anything but a 1. You rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
So that is superficial damage. We roll on the table.
2.
Here we go. So we're going to need to check. You roll another d6, and we'll check what happens to my tank.
Alright, so roll another 1 dice.
1 dice.
1.
Oh, 1. So the crew is stunned. I get an additional pin marker, and my vehicle goes down. Doom, doom. The crew is like, what was that? Something hit us! Oh no! Ah! Yeah. They're pretty much like, oh man, was that bad? Right, and I think it was. And you go again.
I'm gonna shoot you with the anti-tank rifle.
Yeah, because it's right there. Right. But you got 2 pins, so you need to roll an order test
2 dice.
with -2. You need a 7 or lower. A 10, they go down.
Well, good thing yours also went down too.
Me. You know what? My MMG team is going to shoot your officer.
How is it? But he's in the building, so it's cover safe.
Yeah, you get a hard cover save. And if you go down, that cover save will be a 2+.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. Yeah, sure you are. Because also you're on the objective, which is a good place to just sit and go down. Right. But I have 6 shots because it's a medium machine gun. Here we go. That is 4 hits. And you are inexperienced, so I'm wounding on 3s. So 4 wounds. So take 4 dice and don't roll any 1s.
Alright, so just anything but 1.
Anything but 1s. 4 dice. So 1 more. 1 more. Roll 1 more.
1.
You got a 1! Oh no, the officer gets it. The officer got it. One of these shots sneaked through and he died. Me again. This guy will try to do stuff.
The one
He's got 3 pins and he rolls a 10. He goes down. Again, that was bad.
I'm gonna shoot that one guy.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Do that. You've got like 10 shots. Kill him. And I am down, but that does not matter when you're at point blank. So 10 shots. Right. You're moving 2s. Remove all 1s. That is 8 hits. 1 more. You picked up a 2. Take 1 more. Take 1 more. Yep. Right. Needing 4s. And I'm dead. I am like so dead that I was like dead 4 times. There we go. And then it's me. My officer will run up here, be on the objective, and take my second objective. That is good. And then the infantry. This infantry will not go where they can see me, but they're going to need to go towards that. So they're going to do a run order over here into the alleyway between the houses. And yeah, I know that there's a tank right around the corner. I don't care about that. I'm just going to need to go to those objectives. Needing to go to there. Right, turn 5. Pick up dice.
I have only 3 dice.
At this point, I am winning 3-1. Yeah, and you're down a lot of dice. Now, how much do you want the first dice? Like a lot or a lot? But I get it. Okay, so I'm going to try and activate my tank. It has 2 pins, but it's got an officer right there, so...
Well, is it in 6? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a 5. Right, I will again shoot your tank and shoot your gun. Now, I have 1 pin. So, I am hitting on... And it's a fire order. So, that's +1 to hit. +2, that's +3 to hit, -1 to hit. So, I'm on a 2.
2 or better?
2 or better. That's a 6. I hit your tank. A 2 +5 because we're at point blank. That's a 7. And your tank has weak sides, so that is actually through your tank. And that's a 5. The tank blows up.
But that's the front of my tank. So
No, this is the back of your tank.
Oh, come on.
The tank blows up. Now, this is the cascade. This is where I think you're gonna lose, Lance. Because now you really haven't got that much left, right?
Oh, I know.
The machine gun will shoot you guys on a 3. Whoa, 2 hits. Nothing wounds. Okay. There we go. And you.
I'm gonna shoot your tank.
Right. You got 3 pins. You need 6 or lower. Come on.
Yes, 2.
Ooh! That is even better. Because double 1 removes all your pins. Because you're insanely brave. That is insane courage. And now you have no pins. But I'm at point blank range, which means you're hitting on a 2.
Yeah.
Shoot away. 1 dice. Not.
5.
That's a 5. That's a hit. Now you have a light AT gun that has +4. But we're at point blank range. That's +5. I have 7 armor. So on a 2,
Or better.
you do some damage. On a 3, you penetrate and do massive damage. Come on.
2.
That's a 2, so that's a superficial damage. Roll again. Let's see what happens to the tank.
4.
4. Right, I will look it up.
4. Don't know, that's gonna be good.
No one can ever remember these. Engine damage. The engine is damaged and it loses power. Take an additional pin marker. And I'm now slow. Okay. So I can't move as fast as I once did. And now I have 3 pins. That was bad. Okay.
Because didn't you say that it will run away if it has the same amount of markers as it has?
Yes,
Troops,
but
and
there's
how many?
it's a long way yet. Because I have 3 markers right now and I have 9 in morale.
For one tank?
Yeah, for the tank.
Okay.
Yeah. These guys will go on an ambush. This guy will shoot you guys in the wood with his anti-tank rifle. That's a hit, even though I meant -1. And that's a wound, but you get a cover save. 4+. Nah, 1 guy dies.
Alright, well,
You're pretty.
I'm gonna attack that guy.
Yeah. So what you do to do that is you move a little bit back and shoot him.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you can move 6 inches back. Oh, you have 1 pin. So you need to roll 2
One.
dice to get them going. Low. Yeah. Sure. They make it. On a 6. Sure they do. So they can go here. Now. That advanced move will mean that you can shoot me. We're not at point blank, so you're needing 5s, but you have 8 shots.
What are better?
5 or better, so that's 2 hits. Could be enough. I'm regular, so you just need 4s. And you get it. Right, I have no cover save because I'm in the open, so that guy dies. Right. And then it's me and me.
Me and me.
The officer will go down. These guys will advance out and take some shots at the veterans. Unfortunately, my LMG is now way at the back, which wasn't supposed to happen, but you know. So it will be 5 riflemen that moves out to shoot. Because I moved, I need 5s to hit.
Ooh, 1.
2.
Oh, 2, yeah.
Then you're a veteran, so I need 5s to wound you. Nothing. Nothing. You get a pin. Veterans are so hard in this game. That's it! That was turn 5. Now we go to turn 6. Oh, by the way, we need to remember that this one is yours. Can you give me one of your yellow dice? Right. So we put a yellow dice on it to remember that you've been there. I have been on this one. And on that one, and on that one. So right now it's 3-1 in my favor, but Lance can actually pull this back and get a draw in turn 6. Let's go. Pick up dice.
I have 2 dice left.
Yeah.
How many do you have left?
I've got 4.
4.
Alright, here we go.
I killed 2.
Okay, here we go. Me.
Oh, come on.
You know what? I'll run. This is the last turn. It's more important to try and get the objectives than it is to try and survive. Or even to try and kill you. So I run over here, putting my guys on this objective, pushing.
That's a run, so they can't shoot, right? Because you did run.
Yeah. Now, if you need to get that, if you want to get that objective, there's only one way to do it now. You're going to have to do close combat. Because I don't think you can kill the unit and take the objective at the same time. You can't get close enough. Me, I'll try to activate the tank. -3 + 2 for the officer right behind it. 9. That is not enough because it's got 9 to start with. I needed an 8.
So down.
Now it needs to back up from the closest visible enemy, that one.
It doesn't go down? Oh.
No, it backs up and then it goes down. And me, the officer, will go down.
But what would it do if it's close combat?
And then it's you.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna do the close combat thingy right here.
Right. You've got 1 pin though, so just roll the morale tests to get them going. They make it. And then close combat works out. You give them a run order, and there is 3.5 inches, so you can definitely reach. They all need to go into base-to-base contact, which is the only time you can do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, now, you have 4 guys. So you get 4 dice. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. So I get 7 dice. But I am hitting you on 5s because you're veteran. You're hitting me on 4s because I am regular. And you get to re-roll yours because you have SMGs. So if you miss, you get to re-roll. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see. I get 1, 2, 3. That's all I get. And your 2, you can re-roll your 2. No. You just picked up a 4. You don't need to pick up the 4. You picked up a 4 and a 2.
No, this was a 2 and a 1.
And a 4.
Yeah, 4 and a 2.
Right. You only need to re-roll the 2.
Okay.
Because the 4 is good enough.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. So Lance, you get 4 hits and I get 3. That means that 3 of your guys die, but 4 of mine die. Which means you win the close combat, which means that my whole unit just goes away.
And I would get this?
And you get that, because you now get to consolidate and move 1d6, but you only have 1 guy left.
So, he just
So,
moves.
no, you have to roll. You have to roll for the consolidation. So roll 1d6. That's 4 inches, and you can definitely finish on that objective.
Oh, it's 2-2 now.
It's 2-2 now. I think it's going to be a draw. And you get the next one as well.
I'm gonna shoot your tank.
Right, shoot my tank. Okay, go for it.
5.
Are we within 6?
Yep.
Yeah, we still are within 6. So that's a 2. Needing a 2 to hit.
3.
That's a 3. You get a 5+ against my 7+ armor. Go. That's a 6. This is what's called massive damage. Now you not only penetrate my armor, you get to roll twice to kill me. Okay?
Ooh.
You roll 2 dice, and you just need 1 of them to be a 4 or better. Just 1 of them. And 1 of them is. The tank blows up in a massive fireball. And that is the end of the game. The end score, this is really well done by the way, is 4 kills. Right? 4 to 4 kills. And it's a true draw because Lance has 2 objectives. And I have 2 objectives. So a true draw. Thank you so much for the game, Lance. Which is how you always end these games, by the way. Right. let's do a little bit of a debrief here. Okay. So, here we go. Lance. So, sit. What was the most difficult thing about this game?
Trying to get my tank all the way over to all your people over there.
Yeah.
When you got
because you started your tank in a place that turned out to be the wrong place because I ran my tank the other way, right?
And I could just get, but also my truck blew up very early.
Yes, but your truck was very deadly though. Right when it arrived, it just blew my guys apart. So that was a really good move though. But the thing with your tank, we call that in the game that I play here in Bold Action, we call that counter deployment. Where I saw that your tank was going on one flank and then I pushed my tank on the other flank to try and push that flank in, and I did.
And when I saw you put your tank there, then I turned my anti-tank in.
Yeah, which is what you had to do.
Yeah.
Either that or just give up that flank completely and just like try and take the other one then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about running transports? Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Would you recommend this game for people of all age groups? Like, because I'm an old guy, right? I can say that. I'm almost 50. I'm going to be a granddad in a minute. Would you recommend this for even kids? Is it okay?
Maybe.
It's difficult, right?
It's ish, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of rules. So it helps if you have someone who knows it.
Yeah, like 10 up, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, Lance is really good at it. Now, he's won against me once and he's drawn against me. I'm not good at this game. Anywho, that was it from us. Thank you for today. Bye.